Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Paradigm Paradox, continuing, well, the common route, obviously, because we haven't gotten into a route yet. And we just met the Blooms, who were our boyfriends in girl form, so technically our girlfriends. So, it's fun. This is fun so far. I'm having a good time. This is ridiculous. I don't think it's meant to be anything other than kind of ridiculous, but I'm here for it. You know? It's kind of like cute high Earth Defense Club love. But they turn into magical girls instead of magical boys in cute frilly little costumes. Which is somehow funnier. But either way, I love this. So
I was like, well, duh. Hey, are you even listening to me?
What? Yeah, of course. Sorry, Lizzie. Say that again? Jesus. That music popped up really loudly. I was checking to make sure that the bird sounds... But, I think it was fine. There was a lot of chirping. But this music is all of a sudden jamming. But if I turn it down any lower, there'll be none. But I think it was just loud because my headset was up. But
you've been away with the fairies all day. Eat your lunch before it gets fed up with waiting and walks away. What's on your mind?
Sorry, it's nothing. Nothing's changed since yesterday when I was initiated into a group of superheroes. It's a surreal normality, though. But I still have my injuries. That's proof enough that I wasn't dreaming. I wish I could confide in Lizzie and get her advice, but I promise not to say a word. I've never hidden anything from her before. It feels so lonely.
Speaking of fairies, look! There he is!
Huh? I looked over to where Lizzie was pointing. There was a guy there, sitting by himself. Oh, so this is Rio. He's not wearing glasses right now, but he wears glasses. He's part of the Academy's maintenance staff. The students all refer to him as a fairy. The reason? Well...
we actually saw his face! A lucky day is headed our way!
Here's the fun part, though. I feel like, there's nothing wrong with him. He wears glasses, so we dig that. But, if they were gonna make him, have this urban legend around him and call him a fairy, and, then they really should have made him, absolutely goddamn stunningly gorgeous, where you're like, are you sure he's a maintenance worker? Because it seems crazy. He just seems like an average guy. He just seems like a normal character. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, oh, this is and you're like, oh, wow, that character's really beautiful, or that one's a little... You know what I mean? He just seems normal. So I'm kind of it's... Maybe they just didn't want to lean into it. They were like, we're just going to make him a normal dude, but everyone says this about him because that makes it a little more mysterious as to, why? You know? He tends to slip away when spotted. You might see him from the corner of your eye, or you might catch a glimpse of his retreating back. It's very rare to see his face in full, so the students call him a fairy, like the ones from fairy tales. It's that a clear sighting brings good luck. Oh, well, he knows he's friends with the teacher, so he might have something to do with the Blooms or something. I thought that's what it said in his thing. It was he's friends with, what's his face? Can't remember his name now. Anyway.
Hey, let's go talk to him.
What? Lizzie, hold on! Lizzie dashed over before I could stop her. Flustered, I trotted behind.
Hello!
I like how they just call him Fairy. Hello?
He spoke! Hear the fairies speak! Good luck for a week!
Excuse me?
Oh no, he left! But hopefully that cheered you up a bit!
I feel like we just harassed some poor dude. Oh, Lizzie was trying to cheer me up since she could tell my mind was elsewhere. The sweet gesture made me feel even worse about keeping secrets from her. Thanks for worrying about me, Lizzie, but I promise I'm okay. I couldn't talk, but I could still smile. I gave Lizzie my best grin, and she smiled right back. Oh, by the way, don't you have home ec club today?
Yep, that's part of why I was so worried, but I'm glad you seem to be okay. What are your plans for after school?
I finished today's classes before lunch, so I can head home. Not much to do, though. In that case, I want to do some research. I'll hang around here for a bit before going home.
All right, let's meet at the dorm later.
Sure. I want to get everything straight about what happened last night, if only to avoid worrying Lizzie. I still don't really know those girls. You don't even know their names. On my way home last night, I was surprised to discover the room where I met the Blooms was connected to the academy by a corridor. I didn't get the impression that it was for Mr. Kuramori. That's right. Okay, Kuramori, that was his name. I was like, it starts with a K, but I can't remember it. Anyway, to use. Maybe those girls are students here too. Yeah, sorta. You're like looking around for these girls, not realizing that you're standing right next to the 4 guys. I guess I could track them down, but I don't even know what year they're in. Do you know their names? Where should I go? Go to the chem lab prep room, the courtyard, the library next. Okay, so this is obviously there's one for each character. Student council rooftop. Hallway, street near school, town. Council room rooftop. Okay. We go to the courtyard for Kamui. Okay, so I'm assuming we have to replay the common route for each one, I would assume then. So there's no point. Well, the only saves will be his route, so we'll have to skip through the common route. But from what I think I understand, the common route's not very long. It's not like Jack Gene where you're 4 days fucking later, you're like, I've been playing the common route for 62 fucking hours, and I have to do it for and it's kind of a pain in the ass. It seems like it goes by pretty fast. So anyway, courtyard. Oh. That must be the love meter. There's a love meter. So I'm assuming that's it, but it doesn't really tell you, that doesn't help me figure out whose route I'm on. You know what I mean? A lot of people tend to gather here, so I thought those girls might be hanging out too. I guess that's too easy, though. That group over there... Kamui! Would you like to go into town with us? Is that Kamui? He's being mobbed by girls again, just like yesterday morning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one with the shorter hair, because his eye... I can't lean too close because my bird's on me. But so then I'm assuming Ayumu is the one with, like, purplish kind of eyes, so... Sure thing. Where you want to go? I'm going to kind of give him a normal voice. He's kind of got, not like the bro duty voice, but he's got a normal voice, but he's got a little more bro dude in him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's the cool guy. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? Not like bro dude. But like, actually, he'd probably be the closest. Yeah, because Hyuga's going to have like an angry guy voice. So like, but he doesn't look totally bro. Oh, we'll figure it out. Anyway. Wait, the whole horde is coming this way? It better step aside so they can pass. Girls, don't hog the path. Other people need to use it too. Oh, they moved over instead. Sorry for getting in your way. Oh, okay. Look at his tie. See, it's like, looks like a double helix swirling around. That was the symbol when we said go to the courtyard, and I was like, I don't know if it's supposed to be a color, but that looks like his tie, so maybe that's his symbol. So, like, if you choose a different option, there's a different thing. Like, his looked like, it just looked like that off to the side, and I was like, is it supposed to be a color? I can't tell what it is. Okay, so maybe they each have a different pattern. Okay. Not at all. It's no problem. Because he recognizes us, but we don't recognize him, obviously. Good to hear it, then. He noticed me trying to dodge them. He's pretty perceptive of other people. And he seemed kind and nice. I think I get why the girls love him. We're gonna love him soon. In the end, I didn't find any of them. Maybe they don't go to my school after all. Oceanside, you two student Mrs. Takanashi, please report to Mr. Kuramori in the chemistry prep room at once. That announcement was for me? And it's from Mr. Kuramori. He said he'd explain things, so maybe... Alright, I'll head over right now. Mr. Kuramori, I'm here. Ah, good, there you are. I hope the announcement didn't startle you. How are your wounds? All good now. That medicine worked really well. Remember how you promised you'd explain everything? Is that why I'm here? It'll be quicker to throw you in the deep end than to waste time explaining. You're diving into your first duty today. What? Duty? I'm gonna fight a monster? A vector? But of course, you're part of the Blooms. It's what you do. But I'm not the least bit ready. I don't even know the other girls' names. And the Vectors won't just hang around and wait for you to psych yourself up. It's time to get down to business. He herded me into a corner of the room, and we descended the hidden staircase. It was the same corridor I'd used to return to my dorm. But now I was heading away from the academy and back to the room from before. I could be wrong, but does this corridor lead out of the school district? My guess was based on the length and angle of the corridor, but I wanted to confirm. Nice catch. You're right. This will lead us away from the school district and put us smack in the middle of the research district. We operate under the research district's jurisdiction. You saw the command center. So you're a researcher too, sir? I wouldn't say researcher per se, but I'm affiliated with the district, yes. Along with being a teacher, of course. Oh, but when you're in official Bloom's business, make sure to call me Commander. Okay, Commander? Last night he told me I couldn't get out of all this, but things were moving way too fast, and he wasn't stopping for breath. And transform while en route. You'll need to spring into action as soon as you hit the scene. I trust you're wearing your charm? Yes, I'm wearing it. How do I transform? Was that all right? Yeah, perfect. The charm won't ever respond unless you have superpowers. If you ever find you can't transform, tell me right away. Got it? Yes, sir. All right, let's pick up the pace. Everyone's waiting for you. Here we are. Wait, it's just you, Kaori. Right, Kaori. I gotta get used to. I know, but we haven't seen our other boyfriendos around much, so it's very hard to get used to their voices. When in my brain I'm trying to see their guy forms, and then they're right. Yeah, we're dawdling, so the others went ahead. You brought the new kid along, huh? The girl turned her glare to me, causing me to gulp. She seemed more irritated with Mr. Kuramori than with me, though. And also, again, we never got introduced because she's still question marks. We have no idea what she's capable of. You really think this is a good idea? Like I said, there's nothing better than diving into the deep end. Sink or swim. I know about those of us who have to babysit her. We'd be the ones in hot water. Good comrades cover each other's weaknesses. Now run along and have fun. That's a command. From your commander. Throw it on your weight whenever it suits you, huh? What a pain. You. What's your name again? I jumped at being addressed directly. I'm Spacey Takanashi. I'll do my best not to drag you all down. I'm glad to be working with you. Ah, the earnest type. Well, that's fine. Just call me Kaori. We're all on equal footing here. Roger. I mean, sure. Anyway, it's your first day. Don't push yourself too hard. Just try to get a handle on the power dwelling within you. And stick to me like glue. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to protect you. Gotcha. It's great to be working with you, Kaori. Kaori blinked in surprise at my response. I wondered if I was being too casual until I heard her chuckle. Like, look at how fucking adorable she is. Yep, earnest. All right, let's go. Okay. I followed Kaori on an area close to the outer wall of the business district. Over there! Go! Go! I started off in the direction Kaori was pointing toward a skirmish involving the girls I met last night and some vectors. I counted 3 vectors in total. They're really fucking cool. They're like weird goat monster things, and they have slightly different horns. I mean, I suppose they drew a couple of designs. They basically are the same, but like the brown one's got longer horns on the side than the blue one, and then the little white one's got like long, fluffy puppy dog ears looking like fluff tufts coming down from his ears. And so it's like, they're kind of interesting. They're really frightening up close. How am I supposed to defeat them? I was getting close to panicking, but then Kaori said something that grounded me. Looks like everything's under control. I'll go ahead and describe the battle procedure. You sure they don't need your help? They're fine, see? Look at how Sana's sneaking up behind that vector. Classic stealth attack. Wait a minute. Wait. So that's actually Kamui, then. So Kamui is actually the one with the pretty long hair. But see, doesn't it look like she's got purple eyes? He doesn't look like he has purple eyes. Interesting. Because, her eyes look purpley. His didn't look purpley when he walked by. But okay, you know what? I'm zooming in on the little picture of him, and I guess his eyes are purpley. They didn't look like that in his sprite. Like, when we saw him. So, okay, and I just made long hair assumptions. So, okay. No, he's purple. Okay, that's actually kind of funnier. That's adorable. to be fair. Okay. All right. I'm here for it. That's kind of fun. So anyway, we gave wrong voices to... Well, they didn't have, like, they all had question marks, so we don't really know who was talking half the time, but okay. So this is Kamui. All right. I'm on it. It's even funnier thinking his voice. Look at how... Oh my god, but look at, like, how it... Is this, like, the first sprite we get? It's not real... I mean, not sprite. Like, it's... But it's not really a CG, but it's, like... It's still, like, a superposed sprite. It's, like, in between a sprite and a CG, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like it's supposed to be a CG, but it's more CG-like than a sprite. But anyway, CG-esque looking thing. There you go. So we can see our girl. Yeah, you know, though, now the look on her face is a Kamui face. Like, okay, all right. Wow, look how high she jumped. Is that her superpower?
Sure is. It's kind of psychokinesis. In fact, Seina's power is called foresight. See Mocha standing by. Seina will direct her.
Mocha, the next attack will be on the right. I just love the idea that, like, I know that they have actual girl voices, but it's kind of funnier. I don't know why it's amusing me so much to, like, think of our boyfriend voices coming out of these girls and, like, she's totally clueless about it. Because, again, they would have girl voices, but it's funnier. Roger that. Leave it to me. Ha! Stuff this in your ugly face. Mocha blocked the Vector's attack, sending it reeling. She then marched over to it and followed up with a roundhouse kick. I love the action sprites, because that's what these are. Like, look at Mocha's action sprite. Look at those thigh-high boots and those booty shorts, girl. This is the only time you're going to get me to fawn over girls in a game. Like, I know there's people like, oh my god, I want a side route with our girlfriend character. And I'm like, this is the time I'll be doing it, because they're technically our boyfriends. They're just in their magical girl forms. And you know what? Whatever, I'm here for it. I love it. It's adorable. The Vector went sailing again. This time it didn't get back up when it hit the ground. Amazing! She downed it with just one kick. Is that another example of psychokinesis?
Yep, Seina saw the attack coming and informed Mocha. Mocha was able to avoid and then counterattack successfully. She can also project an image of the enemy's incoming attack into someone's mind.
So she can share her premonitions? That's amazing! Sounds handy for fights.
Yep, but for a run-of-the-mill battle, it's not necessary. Yellen gets the job done. Mocha's special ability is Sap. She can steal others' abilities via touch. You haven't seen her do it yet, but if she uses Sap on a Vector, she can fire back at double the strength.
But that attack seemed powerful by itself.
There are stronger Vectors than that one. I see the two Harukas fighting over there, and those guys seem pretty tough.
Aren't you going to go help her then?
No need. Haruka, roast them with your flame dust.
Got it. I actually love even more, though, that our little emo girl over here with her little sideswept bangs is actually our beautiful long hair boy. I love it. I love it. It's kind of fun. I love their battle poses. Like, it's so cool. Their costumes are amazing. This is fun.
Burn!
Wow, that's her special ability?
Yep, flame dust. It causes massive damage and is pretty lethal, so she has to be careful using it.
I gotta get used to the voice. Right, Hark.
Kaori, there's one behind you!
Ah, there we go! There's Kaori's little action pose.
Click! This way!
An enemy had somehow snuck up on us, prompting Kaori to grab me by the arm and wheel me behind her for protection. The Vector's huge claws swung for us. I clutched Kaori's hand and screamed, Kaori!
Leave this to me.
Kaori closed her eyes and held up her arm. It didn't look like an attack, but for some reason the Vector paused mid-swing. What's happening?
An example of my own ability, hypnosis. I fooled the Vector into thinking I'm an ally. Not oddly well today, though.
Indeed, the Vector no longer seemed interested in fighting. Its eyes rolled back in its head and it stretched lazily.
Did you do something?
Do something? Like what? I don't think I did anything. All I really did, come to think of it, was grab Kaori's hand and squeeze hard. But just then, an insistent beeping rang out.
That's a call from the commander. I better answer. Hang on a sec.
The other girls gathered around Kaori and spoke on the comm. I gotta get used to their names now and, like, who's who. Like, Haruka is... yeah.
What did the commander say? He wants us to return to base. He says he's got an idea of the new fish's ability.
Sena is Kamui, right? Does he? Why, I was watching you both and I didn't see her do a single thing.
I didn't notice anything either, but the commander wants us back at base, so let's go hear him out.
Oh, okay. So, our other magical girl is on the bad guy's side. Okay, well, that kind of explained, because I was like, where does he come in? So, Ibuki. Okay, so Ibuki is actually on the... well, they definitely made it clear that Hyuga and Yukinami are bad guys. Well, like the bad guys, but I didn't know Ibuki's on their side. Okay, so, well, there you go. There's Ibuki in his magical girl form. Oh, you can't see anything. Anyway, so I'm not sure who's saying, did you see that girl just now? The rookie? Yes. She evaded fate once, and yet here she is again. Let's keep an eye on her and see what events unfold. So,
do you really know or what?
Would this face lie to you? But instead of just telling you, oh, Kaori, make that club float with your psychokinesis. Kaori looked up at the cup Mr. Kuramori was pointing at, then closed her eyes and murmured,
Should I float it just above eye level? How's that?
And now you grab a hold of Kaori's hand and recite your own incantation like, you can do it, Kaori. Got it? Huh? Like this? I had no idea what he was asking me to do, but I took Kaori's hand as instructed and began chanting to myself, silently. Then, the cup started zipping around at Mach speed, emitting a sharp humming noise as it flew. We enhanced their powers. We're a power enhancer. Hey! Kaori, watch what you're doing. So come out in a more girl voice than... anyway.
That's not me. I only made it float.
And that's a collision hazard.
Wait. Is this the rookie's superpower?
You betcha. She can elevate her comrade's abilities. Augment them, in other words.
Well, that explains why my hypnosis was so crazy effective today. That means if we team up with her, she'll supercharge our powers.
Exactly. We got a rare jewel in our midst. Boy, do I have a nose for talent. You weren't wrong, but the way you said that gives me the creeps. I concur.
You must be careful. And this power could turn out to be a proverbial double-edged sword. And things might get dangerous if she amplifies a power attack like my flame dust.
Right. But man, we could have so much fun. Hey, use it on me. Oh, okay. Like this? All right, here we go. Hup. Mocha excitedly grabbed my hand and leapt into the air, yanking me right up along with her. Yeah! Oh, hold on! What's even happening? I'm cartwheeling in the air? My mind spun in circles alongside my body. Before I knew it, we were on firm ground again, my hand still tightly in Mocha's. My bad. You have to admit we caught some sweet air, though, to say nothing of the backflips. Oh, wow. Sounds like she made me pull off some serious acrobatics just then. Mocha, it's very irresponsible to go spinning around the room like that. What? Someone could get hurt. Chill out. I'd never let myself get hurt. No, not you. Look at our new member. Poor girl's eyes are spinning. Yeah, that's enough of a hands-on demo. Sena's right. The rookie's shell-shocked, so let's take a break for today.
Listen, are you sure? Oh, I mean, absolutely sure. Well, this is a good idea.
Yeah, it'll be fine. She'll learn the ropes soon enough, right? I'll try my best.
Yeah, I'm not convinced.
Yeah, all right, team, that's it for today. Oh, there's one more person that you need to meet. I almost forgot. Mr. Kuramori whipped out his phone and dialed someone. Soon after, a man entered the room. Fairy! You know it's going to be the fairy. Huh. I think I've seen this guy somewhere before. But he looks so good with the glasses and the suit, is all I'm saying. Wait, is he the maintenance fairy? I'm just saying, okay? Like, there's nothing wrong with him. The glasses and the suit are nice. But Mr. Kuramori, whatever, is actually, like, prettier. Like, so if the roles were kind of reversed, you could understand and people like, oh my god, he is like a fairy. He's got a beautiful little face. But Ryo is basically just like a normal dude. Like, cute. Normal guy, though. And, like, they could have given him, like, they could have done a little bit better. His hair's a little messy. They could have done a little better with his hair. But I'm just saying, if you switch those characters, I think it would have worked better. You know what I mean? But Ryo does look like a very serious character, and you couldn't have that. Like, our commander-in-chief over here being a little nutter butters is kind of more fun, so. But I just mean, like, facial feature-wise, like, you've got Pretty Boy over here, which I can understand everyone calling him the maintenance fairy, but you know, the suit's working, so. And we know he like glasses. And this is Ryo Tomatsuka? Tomatsuka, yeah, okay. This is Ryo Tomatsuka. He fronts as a maintenance worker, but he's actually our logistics support. Ryo, this is the new recruit I mentioned. You already have the data, but look out for her on campus too, okay? Welcome. Like I said, his cover is a maintenance worker. So if you see him on campus, don't blab about Bloom's business, okay? Okay. Also, I'll be using a code word next time I have to summon you for duty. A code word? To keep things discreet? Exactly. Okay, so from now on, I'll call you over the campus PA system by saying, Flower Quintet to the garden!
Are you for real?
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. No, I think it was right anyway. Boo. Why would you punish us so?
Just no.
Aw, you girls are no fun. I spent hours thinking up a theme-appropriate secret code. Fine, if you don't like it, how about I broadcast the video of you striking your poses all over the research district?
Enough with the...
Look at, she's so mad.
Enough with the tired...
No, I'm doing the wrong voice.
Enough with the tired attempts at blackmail. We're sick of hearing about that video every time you don't get your own way.
Why? What's the deal with that video? I want to ask, but it's clearly a sore spot, so they probably wouldn't explain anyway. It's probably, too, because it's hard enough to come to terms with your magical abilities turn you into a girl. If you're a dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you were like, you're going to have magical abilities and be on a superhero team, you're like, cool! And then all of a sudden you're like, now you're a magical boy? You'd be like, oh, this is fucking weird. You know? Be a little fucking weird is all I'm saying. Alright, okay.
Fine. But I hope you understand you're a colossal pain in the butt.
Why, But that video can never be released, so I suppose I must endure this. Well, I guess our hands are tied, huh?
Okay, so are we done? Let's get going.
Oh, everyone's about to leave. I better ask before I miss my chance. If we're being called over the PA system, does that mean you all go to Oceanside too? I'm also a student there, but what year are you all in? What class?
So listen, we're not gonna hang out with you off duty.
Huh? What she said. Make sure you keep your distance during normal life hours. Yes, please do.
We're done here then.
What? Are they serious? Well, that's so funny. Like, we're not hanging out with you. Yeah, please avoid us, whatever. But it's like, I get why they're saying that. You know what I mean? Because they don't want us to know their secret. But it's also funny because they're saying it as if, like, it's like, yeah, we do, but you'll never find us. Don't worry. Because we're never going to know who they are. I got the vibe that being a superhero involved more compartmentalization than I thought. Wow. I can't. Oh my god, this is going to be so good. We're not going to find out. Are we not going to find out till we're, like, falling in love with this guy that we hang out with, that they're, like, a magical girl that we're friends with? Because it's going to be so great. I also kind of like that, though. I feel like that could go in a really interesting way where, like, yeah, you might be running into, like, Kamui, right? But more of the time you're spending with him, air quotes around that, is going to be when he's in Sena form, right? So you're going to be hanging out with her. Okay, just being your normal self, trying to be friends on the superhero team. And, like, I would guess whether he's Kamui or Sena, similar, you have the same personality or the same person, you just are in a different body. You know what I mean? So, like, it's kind of cute thinking, like, oh, we're going to be hanging out and Sena's kind of our friend and we're getting kind of close and, like, you know, oh, she's kind of like our new best friend. Like, yeah, we've got Lizzie, sure, but, like, and we're never going to forget her, but, like, on this superhero team, we're closest to Sena, right? And then you find out later that Kamui, who sometimes you run into, is also kind of running into you maybe in his guy form. Like, whatever, because you're just being yourself around this girl that you're trying to be friends with, not realizing that also hot boy. Like, that's, I don't know, that's kind of, and, like, you can understand why they're not going to, like, Sena wouldn't tell you who she really is. Because this is not, like, men dressing up in costumes and in drag, basically. You know what I mean? Like, they're literally turning into women. So, like, they literally transform. So it's like, it's not like, oh, we're hiding our identities. It's like, but they are hiding their identities. But there's a reason for that. And you could understand if you were in her position and you're friends with this girl, and then all of a sudden you find out this hot guy that's kind of been talking to you sometimes is really this friend of yours now. Because you're like, oh, I get it. Because you transform into a woman. It's not like, oh, I'm a dude pretending that I'm a girl dressed up in girl clothing and trying to, like, you know what I mean? It's like you literally transform into a girl. So, like, that's got to be awkward to broach that conversation in this world, you know? So, anyway, but I kind of like that that's our relationship is going to form on the basis of friends because we're going to be making friends with Sena because we're not interested in Sena romantically, right? And maybe Kamui, when we meet him, will go, oh, okay, actually, he's kind of cute and interesting, and I'm not sure why he's talking to me, but because he knows who we really are, because our guard's down around Sena, because we're not, oh my god, trying to impress her. You know what I mean? I don't know. If that's the way they're going to go with it, I kind of like it. You know? It's different. Anyway, I mean, we've never played a game where our boyfriends turn into magical girls, so I'm here for that to begin with. Morning! Hey! I heard your name called over the PA system last night, didn't I? Are you even in Mr. Kuromori's class? Oh, that was I think they got the wrong person. Oh, like that would convince anyone. One more secret I'm keeping from Lizzie. How could I throw her off my scent? Yeah, well, whatever. If you had some kind of problem, you'd let me know. So that means there's no problem, right? Right. Lizzie noticed my awkwardness, but decided to be a good friend and let it slide. All I can do is leech off my friend's kindness. I'm so pathetic. You should just say, oh, no, so he, asked me to help this other student because I'm really good at chemistry. Come on, we better hurry or we'll be late. But we did say something about, oh, he is one of our teachers, so he should be like, oh, yes, I am, or, whatever, I don't know. You're right, let's go. It's hard keeping secrets from a friend. How do the other Blooms handle it? Because they're not actual girls. They told me to stay away at school, but I wish I could at least talk to them. I love the fact that she's going to keep her eyes peeled to try to see them and she's never going to run into them. It's going to be weird. I have another afternoon free of classes, so this is a good time to look for the others. There's nobody else I can talk to. If they get annoyed, I'll back off. But for now, I just need to find them. If we're dating, this is the exact same. Do you think it's the courtyard again? Okay, go to the courtyard. See? Wait for it. See? It does that weird, like, helix looking thing. So, report obtained. How do I get to that? No. How do I get to the... How do you... Okay, wait a minute. Clearing Kamui's happy ending unlocks the top secret on activity reports. Are you... Okay, so I guess... On activity... Are we supposed to read those as we go? That's in the menu. I guess we'll just read all the activity reports or whatever at the end, because it's not like there's a button you push for it. I don't know. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to... It's just a nail. You're fine. Students tend to gather in the courtyard. Maybe Kaori and the others are there too. I figure since the girls stand out, they'll be easy to spot. I hope so anyway. Wait, that's Kamui. And he's not with his usual pack of girls. He's reading a fashion magazine. What Lizzie said was really interesting. I'm not surprised he likes to keep up on trends. I just love the fact that he's reading a fashion magazine to make sure he stays trendy and cute. I see. Fascinating. He's dog-eared pages. I think he's doing some hardcore research. That is fascinating. I want to see something. Hold on. Options? I want to see... Guide. Okay. Change view. Zoom in and out. Advanced text. I don't think there is... Okay, so it's not like... Quick save, quick load. Display menu, skip mode. Directional button. Okay, so there's not like... It's not one of those where you click a button. Special controls mentioned above can be found in screen help. On-screen help. Some of the buttons layout can be changed via button command. Yeah, but I want to know... So I guess not, because auto mode... And those are the skip texts. Okay, yeah, so... I just didn't know if any of them were gonna have the... Like... Oh, there's flowcharts. Okay, alright. But there's no... Where's status? Oh. Oh, okay, cool. We get like a hero/villain. Oh, alright, I see what we're doing. Alright, so I guess it's not like... There's not like... Sometimes there's a button and you hit the button and you can read those. It doesn't look like there is. It's just letting you know you have one. So we'll just read them at the end, I guess, or of each route. We'll see how it's arranged. If it's like each character has their own, or is it there's a bunch of scenario, like there's a bunch of activity reports and you don't know which character they're assigned to. I don't know how that's done, so. I wasn't able to find anyone. I guess my search would be fruitless, but I'd hoped to find at least one girl. I slumped under the weight of my failure. I'll go and write an email to Uncle Yashima. My emails to Uncle Yashima always help me put my thoughts in order. Writing them is actually quite therapeutic. Even so, I have to hold back some of the truth from Uncle Yashima, so I can't offload all of these worries. Uncle Yashima, how are you? I'm well. Everything's fine except, well, I'm currently struggling with a big burden. I'm afraid I can't share the details with you. The matter's rather private. I'm sorry. Then it's going to make him ask questions. You should be like, so, I made these new friends, but, you know, in an after-school activity, but they said during school we can't be friends. But I kind of want to still be able to talk to them, and I don't know how to broach that. You know what I mean? I can't explain, but I'll try to keep my chin up, no matter what life throws at me. It's just enough to know you'll be standing in my corner cheering me on. I finished writing the email and clicked send. I immediately felt better, unless our uncle works for the bad guys. I'd make it through somehow. My mood was definitely more positive, at least compared to how I felt this morning. After all, I'm no longer a plain schoolgirl. I was a superhero with a community to protect. My life had been turned upside down. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, but when I thought about what the future held, I felt a thrill rush through me. And if we all live in the same dorms, you think walking around the dorms, because there's obviously, like, you can walk around the hallways, you know? So, unless, well, we live in the dorms, but, like, maybe some of the other kids live with their parents if they have family, you know? It's late. I should head back to the dorm as quickly as possible. As I hurried to leave campus, I heard the PA system come to life. I'm sorry, this is my... Ahem! The Flower Quintet, assemble! It's time to dance! What kind of announcement is that? Oh, wait. Is he calling for the blooms? Does this mean a vector's been spotted? I'd better hurry. I transformed and dashed into the command center where the other girls had assembled. They all glared daggers at the commander. Love it. Gosh, I can feel the tension in the air. That announcement riled them up. I love the fact that we are getting to know our boyfriends in their girlfriends more than we just briefly saw them, and that was it. And their guy. Now we're seeing Kamui a little bit because that's the route we're going down. But otherwise, we never. It's so fucking funny. All right.
Unbelievable. You're not the least bit serious about any of this.
Right. We put up with your terminal dorkiness, but this?
Not acceptable.
My word. Even the tips of my ears are burning with embarrassment. It was a bit of a weird announcement. More like an inside joke. It was cheesy, but it was ultimately effective in getting us here. Sorry, girls, my bad. Yeah, I forgot the original code phrase even though I made it. A symbol in the garden, was it? He's so easygoing. I had no idea he was like this.
Forget it. There's been a Vector sighting right
in the residential district. Better hurry.
The residential district?
Why did you not say so sooner? We must get moving. We must get moving at once. I love how he's got such a formal way of speaking as Sena. Yeah. When we arrived, we saw several Vectors approaching from the outer wall. Kaori and the others expertly launched into battle. It's funny because it only happens after after lights out and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Ha! That was so not the right voice. Watch out! Claw swipe coming from behind! As Kaori landed a hit on a nearby Vector, Sena warned Mocha of a sneak attack. I'll block the beast.
I'll deliver a solid blow.
Haruka rushed to Mocha's side, and together they launched into a perfectly formed attack. Everyone fighting knew their roles in combat. I have a job to do too, but there's no way I'm ready to take on a Vector by myself. The first time I joined a mission, Kaori watched out for me. I was so amazed by everyone's powers, I forgot to be scared. But reality, such as it is, was sinking in, and fear dug its hooks right into me. Hey, are you shaking? Are you scared?
Don't force anything, just stay back.
I'm so sorry. But my weak, mumbled apology was swallowed up by the sounds of battle. Everyone's so kind, but there's no point in me being here. If I even try to fight and mess things up, they'll see me as even more of a burden. I stood in place feeling more and more useless until I noticed Sena fighting nearby. Huh, something just slid behind Sena. Wait, it's a Vector! Do the others know? Sena, look out! I leapt forward without thinking and grabbed Sena's arm, pulling hard. The Vector's claws almost grazed Sena's side. You saved me. Sena looked at me in astonishment. Her face then lit up in a big smile. I'm gonna fight too. Do you know where the next strike will come from? It'll be faster to use your eyes instead of foresight. I'll attack head on and you can sneak up from behind. I'll give it my best shot. I watched the Vector, waiting for the right moment. I remembered how Sena leapt into the air and tried to mimic the jump. But somehow I slipped out of the bonds of gravity and soared far higher than I expected. It's like I'm flying. I should be able to... I aimed for the Vector and used its shoulder as footholds to land lightly on its back. The Vector, which had ignored my presence until that moment, jolted suddenly and tried to crane its neck around to look at me. Brilliant! And together now... Yeah! On Sena's signal, we both attacked the Vector simultaneously. It howled and spun around. I do wonder if this changes, or are we attacking with Sena only because we've chosen a couple options to go down Kamui's route, you know what I mean? So I kind of like that. Let's finish this! Haruka slowly walked forward, hand raised, and barbecued the Vector with flame dust. It burned to a pile of ash almost instantly. The other Vectors have also been defeated. Relief washed over me, mingled with a smidge of pride over my first successful battle. I did it?
See? You just had to try.
Yeah, girl, you did good. I did good? Thank you.
Not bad for the rookie's first big show.
You're really a member of the Blooms now. My chest swelled with pride from being praised by both Kaori and Mocha. Do they consider me one of their own now? That would make me so Huh? I I watched as Sena approached one of the fallen vectors and picked something up. I decided to ask her about it. Sena, what's that? The way it sparkles, it's so pretty. It looks like the crystals I've read about in school. It's called a flower crystal. It's a rare object that sometimes drops when vectors die.
We should bring it to the commander. I'll take charge of it, Sena.
All right, here you are. The fight with the vectors, the crystal. Kaori may have pocketed the crystal, but I could still see its brilliant shine behind my eyelids. A great job, everyone, and you did great. You took down your first vector. I knew I had an eye for talent. It was nothing, really. I couldn't have done it without Sena's help. That may have been the case, but honestly, I figured you'd just spend the battle with your feet frozen in place. And the fact that you joined in is impressive by itself. Wow, I can read. You fought as a real member of the Blooms and protected the colony from peril. Can't get anything past the commander. I'm terribly embarrassed that he noticed my fear before the fight, but I felt a sense of pride, too. He said I was impressive. I did good today. I took down a vector with my own strength and really learned what it means to be a superhero, a defender of Theta. It's been difficult and lonely to keep secrets from dear Lizzie and Uncle Yashima. But by protecting Theta, I'm protecting the ones I love, right? So even though I might have to keep a tight lip, I'm really happy that I'm a member of the Blooms. At least, I think I'm happy. The commander changed the subject while I was busy sorting out my feelings. All right, ladies and, ladies. We have a newcomer, so it behoove us to go over the Blooms' rules one more time. Rules? You mean there's more beyond tell no one about the Blooms? Yeah, well, it's nothing too torturous. Mainly, don't overuse your abilities. If you do, it triggers a side effect. A side effect? That didn't sound good. We needed to watch our special ability use. Hypnosis, Foresight, Flame Dust, Sap, and even my Augment. Kaori and the others already know this, but you can suffer counter effects even if you're careful. If you feel ill, report it. Yes, sir. What kind of side effects? Sounds scary. Also, any romantic funny business is strictly forbidden. It might get in the way of your duties as part of the Blooms. Excuse me? He obviously knows, but hearing such a draconian rule caused me to yelp out loud. The Blooms' business is top secret, right? If you start dating, your lips might loosen. And not to mention the hit to your focus. Oh, I thought he was like romantic funny business, like dating amongst, like, because you're like, I'm not interested in girls. Not yet. You know, not until you realize your girls are boys, but I know it's hard for you youngsters to learn that romance is off the table. But it's tough for me too. Tough. Super tough. But you gotta be strong. It's fine, really. The rule's just unexpected. I meant what I said, but for some reason my words make the commander's eyebrows shoot up his forehead. What? I just said no love's allowed and you're just gonna accept it like that? Bloom's business is top secret, right? I don't even have a crush on anyone, so... I recall what Lizzie said to me before, something about how she really liked that I wasn't boy crazy 24/7. Am I a little weird? Don't answer that question. For her, you can answer that question, not for me, because we know the answer is yes. And a little is understating it.
Well, if she says she's fine, she's fine.
It must have looked like I was panicking from the commander's shocked reaction. I was grateful to Kaori for standing up for me.
I didn't really care about it either.
Who's got time to think about someone else? I cannot say I'm not interested in dating, but our duties are much too vital. Phew, everyone feels the same way I do. Yeah, I see. Well, then that's good. But people do often change their minds. Yeah, but when I'm falling in love with one of these girls, it'll be fine. Anyway, I'll do my best to get rid of these rules. I mean, and the need for the Blooms as soon as feasibly possible. The commander suddenly sounded different. Curious, I scrutinized his face. But in the blink of an eye, he was back to his usual laid-back self. Anywho, that's all for today. Dismissed! Wait. What's on your mind, Rio? She's injured. She needs basic first aid. I can administer that here if desired. Oh, he's right. I hadn't noticed the scrape on the back of my hand until Rio pointed it out. It must have happened when I attacked the vector, and now it's starting to throb. Sit over there. I'll disinfect the wound. I had Rio pegged as a background actor, but he's clearly observing us closely if he picked up on a wound that I missed. Thank you, or I'll do it myself. Thank you. I feel like I should be like, I'll do it myself, because we're not trying to romance him right now. I feel like thank you and letting him do it is, like, romancing him. But maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll do it myself. See? Like, I don't know if that symbol is for all of them or what, but anyway. It's cool. I can do it myself. Don't be shy. It's part of my job. Okay, thank you very much. Rio's rebuff was brisk, but he was being so meticulous with his treatment, it was hard to feel any ill will towards him. If he's really just doing his job, then I guess his direct manner makes sense. The commander's like a friendly puppy, so maybe Rio's just quiet by comparison. That said, the commander is definitely more unique. Yeah, alright, now scoot for real once that's done. Until duty next calls, stay sharp. And with that, we were truly done for the day. Where the other girls magically disappeared. Oh. Doesn't that look like Rio's shadow? And then that's Ibuki's shadow. So he's sus. Alright, okay. Did you... No, I'll get it because you have a wound on your hand. Are you giving them my DNA and my blood? I'm like super magical special. Okay. I mean, because they already know something about me. So, okay. Because I'm pretty sure that's Rio's shadow. And that's the only other magical girl is Ibuki, so. I'm got what you asked for. Or one of them saying that. I'm not sure which one's saying which, but I don't remember. I don't know what voice I was going to give Ibuki yet. So anyway. Thanks. Let's try it out. See how effective it is. So, I was thinking Rio was taking our DNA sample and giving it to Ibuki, but maybe Ibuki was giving something to Rio, and he was like, alright, let's try this out. There haven't been any more vector sightings since the last assignment. I went about my ordinary life as if nothing had changed at all. Hey, where are you planning on going? I'll pick the same place as you. I was about to ask you the same. Homeroom was in session, and we were deciding where to go for the extracurricular lesson. The extracurricular lesson is held once a year for every student at Oceanside Elite Academy. It's an educational field trip to study Theta. Students head to elective areas to learn about the colony's environment and our way of life. We have the conveniences we do because of the colony's environmental installations. We owe our peaceful way of life to so many. But I guess it's up to me to help protect that peace now, too. As a high school student, and more importantly, as a member of the Blooms. I'll study hard and learn all I can. What's with the random outburst? Leslie gave me a wide-eyed stare. I smiled apologetically and refocused on the field trip. Go to the research district, go to the business district, go to the outer wall. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna guess there's obviously these are like grouped. Some people might be the right answer for multiples. I don't know. And I don't know what the right answer is for Kamui, so we go to the business district. Ding. Okay. See, I don't know. And it's kind of showing like it's like a reddish pink color when it throbs, but I don't know if it's his, because his color is more purple, so. Not that they have, but like color as in his, girl form, but. Pick the business district, same as last year. It's not a bad idea to start your education close to home, right? Alright, everyone, listen up. You're going to split into groups. Kamui, hang out with us! No fair! I want to spend time with Kamui! Not even I can handle all 10 of you. I'll pick the groups. In fact, I've already made the slips. Everyone take one. The teacher looks unimpressed. In a situation like this, it's probably best to use an impartial lottery system. We're gonna get paired with him. But I never imagined we'd end up being the ones paired with him. Oh! I am not only... Oh, no, because we all wear that same symbol. Okay, so it's not like... That's also on the bust of her dress and on, what's-his-face's on Mihaya's tie. So, okay, so that's just the symbol for the game. Okay, so it's not anyone in particular. So I'm not sure how we're supposed to know who we're getting love points with. You know what I mean? Because it's not like it's a color. It doesn't show a point. You know what I mean? So anyway, but I love, it's a CG, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't really say that. But I love the fact that now we are paired with our first two boyfriends. Interesting. Hey, let's write a report on this shop. There's a session for making your own dishware. That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds great. What do you think, Mihaya? And I never imagined we'd be paired up with Mihaya as well. And sure, I don't mind. It sounds like it won't take up too much time. Huh? Are you trying to duck out early, Mihaya? You do realize you're spending time with cute girls, right? Try to enjoy yourself. I'm not the least bit interested in that. But you can go ahead and knock yourself out. Mihaya, where's your zest for life? You can't walk around sounding like a tired old fart, you know? Come on, let's do it together, okay? Stop pulling on me. I can walk. Seriously, let go of my arm. Well, these two are total opposites, but the rapport is super endearing. They're kind of like a dynamic duo. That's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. There's me staring at her like, girl! But of course, you're not going to put the pieces together and be like, wow, they're just like those two girls I know. Because, like, why would you think that? Well, if you were like, they're kind of like those, you know, superhero boys that I met with the masks on. Okay, maybe you'd put the pieces together, but you are not going to think your superhero girlfriends are these hot dudes. You know what I mean? After the field trip, I returned to my dorm. I reached into my pocket to check on my pendant as I turned to my computer. Okay, it's kind of... So I guess the common route it must be very... Because it doesn't take very long to play the game, apparently. But especially with 8 love interests, I think... What did Otome Kitten say? It took her 40, 45 hours, something like that. So for us, it'll be like closer to 55 to 60 because we take longer. But we were... little field trip. 2 lines back. Done. So, like, most games will flesh out. There'll be a little more field trip, a little more, like... We have barely had any interactions with our boyfriends. We've had some interactions with them as our girlfriends, but barely any interactions with them as the guys. So it's kind of interesting, you know? Anyway, after the field trip, I returned to my dorm. I reached into my pocket to check on my pendant as I turned on my computer. Today was a really great experience. I should tell Uncle Yashima about it. I went on a field trip around the colony today. I realize now it takes a lot of people to keep Theta running smoothly. Sounds obvious, of course, but the trip today really opened my eyes. Maybe my boring old humdrum life is more special than I gave it credit for. I think everything over as I send the email off to Uncle Yashima. A few days after the field trip, I was heading down a hallway at school alone, my eyes on the darkened windows that lined the wall. Class duties took me forever today. I better run to reach the dorm before curfew. Just as I kicked at my speed, I heard a flat, languid voice over the PA system. Party of 5 to the flower field, please. Yikes! That sure does lack the gusto he put into his last PA announcement. But does this mean a vector's been spotted? I better hurry. The fastest route to the chemistry prep room was through the courtyard. My mind made up, I rushed outside. Oh my god, are we going to see? No one's around, which makes sense, since everyone should be home by now. It's almost curfew, after all. Is someone there? Oh, Ibuki. There's something strange about that girl. I've never seen a uniform like that either. Although, the girl's uniform and general aura reminded me of the other members of the Blooms. Maybe she's affiliated with us somehow. The girl must have sensed me watching her because she turned to face me with a smile. Like, why... I don't know what Ibuki's name in his girl form is, but, like, why... Everyone else they give, like, cute little haircuts to. There's something about his that it just doesn't work. It just kind of looks like they made his hair longer. But why do they give him Sailor Moon outfit? Ow, she's pretty. Should I say something? But she might not have anything to do with the Blooms. I shouldn't mention them. I don't know what voice I was going to give Ibuki because we haven't really met him yet. So, like, hey, where are you off to in such a hurry? Her sudden question was totally unexpected, so I just stood in confusion, unsure of how to respond. The girl cocked her head at my hesitation. Cute as she is, there's definitely something odd about her. Something not quite human. I felt like her unusual aura was sucking me in. I cleared my throat, determined to respond, but she hit me with another query. If that's hard to answer, here's another. Who truly deserves this world? Humans or vectors? What? The question was right out of left field. I had absolutely no clue why she'd asked that. What is she even saying? Vectors deserve this world? That doesn't make any sense. Does it? Humans, obviously. I don't know. Maybe vectors. Humans, obviously, is for the heroes, and vectors is for the villains. But how do we know the villains are really villains? That makes me kind of question, like, if you're like, are you really villains? Or are the vectors, like, human experiment? Do we turn into vectors if we overuse our powers? You know what I mean? Is that like what humans have adapted to? I mean, I don't know. I would assume we probably say humans, obviously. You know? Okay, yeah. That seems to be, we're on the superhero side. See, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Anyway. Well, I think the answer is obviously humans. Humans don't do anything wrong, and vectors attack indiscriminately. I seriously can't think of anything that suggests vectors are more deserving of this world than humans. Vectors attack humans. You still don't know anything, do you? Does she look sad? No. She was wearing an expression of pity. She feels sorry for me because I don't know anything? But what is it I don't know? Come to think of it, how does this girl even know that vectors exist? Right when I was going to question the girl, she reached out and stroked my cheek with a cold hand. But, like, her eyes are so pretty. See, like, listen, you may not have glasses, but you have heterochromia. I'm down for that, too. I'll keep watching over you till the day you can give me a decent answer. The second she spoke those words, we were buffeted by a strong breeze. I closed my eyes. When the wind died down, the girl was no longer standing next to me. When you show up late and everyone's pissed at you, you should explain. Yeah. You sure took your time. Did you take the scenic route? Everyone was assembled in the command center. No, I was just in the courtyard. What should I say? I should probably tell them about my encounter, but it somehow doesn't seem like it was real. We're over time and I should have stopped here, but like, whatever, we're gonna keep going then. I'm just too into this. The girl's aura was so vague and indistinct, it was like talking to a dream. You should tell them. Well, no matter. More importantly, let me explain why I called you all here. The topic switched before I could decide what to say. And this isn't about a fight or anything. We've had a call from the research district. The higher-ups want to see your faces. You still haven't been introduced, right? Let's go and you can get acquainted. No fight? Sheesh, may as well go home. Seconded. I'll definitely pass. I'm inclined to agree. And this is exactly why I didn't tell you earlier. Let's just go over, get this done, and then you'll be good for another 6 months. Everyone seems really reluctant. What are these higher-ups like? All right then, Rio, can you lead the way? As for you, I'll keep you company. And this is your first time, so you could use the moral support. Oh, yes! Thank you very much! The commander's gallant gesture helping to ease my hesitation, I resolved to give this meeting my best effort. Okay, we'll stop here and we'll go to the... The researchers are eyeless. This is so creepy. Oh dear God, we're going to end on this horror show. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.